Becoming a parent is a journey filled with profound emotions. You are likely experiencing immense joy, deep love, moments of worry, exhaustion. In these early days, it can sometimes feel like you and your newborn are worlds apart. Your baby cannot yet speak the words you understand, but this does not mean your baby is silent. In fact, your baby is communicating with you constantly. They are using a special language, one that is built on cries, small sounds, movements of their tiny bodies. Each of these signals is a message, a way for them to tell you what they need and how they feel. This guide is designed to be your gentle introduction to this secret language. We will walk through the 3 main pillars of your baby's communication: 7 distinct types of cries, 5 specific pre-cry sounds, 6 common body gestures. Think of this guide not as a strict rulebook, but as a warm helping hand. The goal is to build your confidence, one small discovery at a time, so you can listen more closely and respond with greater ease. Before we begin, it is important to hold a calm and patient perspective. Every single baby is a unique individual. Some babies may cry more frequently, while others might be quieter. The most powerful tool you have is your own parental instinct. The most prominent way your baby communicates is through crying. For a new parent, a baby's cry can trigger a powerful, immediate response. It can feel urgent, stressful, and at times overwhelming. Not all cries are the same. A cry is not just noise, it is information. With practice and careful listening, you can begin to distinguish different types of cries. This is the first and most fundamental pillar of understanding your baby's language. Learning to interpret cries lets you respond more effectively and turn frustration into connection. It's the difference between guessing and knowing. Imagine cries as sentences, each with a request or feeling: hunger, pain, lonely, tired. Become a student of these sounds. At first, they may blend into one sound of distress. Day by day, you'll notice shifts in pitch, rhythm, intensity. You'll build a mental library of your baby's vocal patterns. Learning is a two-way street. When you recognize and respond, your baby learns too. They learn their communication works. Feed them after a hunger cry. They learn the message was received. That positive feedback loop supports development and builds security, the cornerstone of a healthy relationship. Don't be discouraged. Start by pausing for a moment when your baby cries. Instead of rushing, take a second to listen. What does the sound feel like? High-pitched, low-pitched, continuous, bursts, builds in intensity, starts suddenly at full volume. Asking these questions makes you a cry decoder. This small pause gives clarity to choose the right response. Feeding, diaper change, a comforting hug. This mindful pause keeps you calmer and makes you a more effective communicator for your baby. As you begin to listen more closely, you can start to categorize the cries you hear. While every baby is unique, many cries fall into several common categories. Understanding these categories can give you a helpful starting point. Here are 7 common types of cries and what they often mean. First is the calling cry. This cry often consists of a pattern of crying for 5 to 10 seconds, followed by a pause of about 20 seconds, as if your baby is waiting for a response. If you don't come, this cycle will repeat, with the crying periods growing longer. This is your baby saying, "I'm lonely. Is anyone there?" Next is the hunger cry. It often starts as a calling cry, but if it goes unanswered, it quickly escalates. It becomes more rhythmic and demanding, often accompanied by rooting, turning the head and searching for a nipple, sucking motions. You might hear sounds like neh mixed in. The hunger cry is insistent because the need is urgent. Another distinct cry is the pain cry. This one is unmistakable, typically a sudden, loud, high-pitched, long initial shriek, followed by a long pause, then a series of short, gasping cries. This signals something is wrong and requires a swift, comforting response. A physiological cry is related to the body's functions, often whiny, nasal, too hot, too cold, or a wet diaper. Use your hand at the baby's neck to check temperature and adjust the environment. Sleep cry is low-pitched and breathy, with yawning, eye-rubbing, and jerky movements. Help them settle. Beyond the language of cries, there is another, more subtle layer of communication. This is the second pillar, the pre-cry sounds. These reflexive sounds are tied to physical needs. Babies all over the world make 5 specific, universal sounds just before they begin to cry. Learning them is a secret heads-up. It lets you meet needs earlier. These are your baby's first words. I call them the Dunstan baby language. They are acoustic reflexes, like a sneeze or a hiccup. Each sound has a distinct auditory signature corresponding to a specific need: hunger, sleepiness, the need to burp, lower gas discomfort, or general discomfort. The key is to listen during quiet moments or right as your baby begins to fuss. They're often short and easy to miss. Once you know them, they become surprisingly clear and useful. Meet the need early, and you'll often prevent the full-blown cry for more calm all around. The first sound is neigh. I'm hungry. Triggered by the sucking reflex, the tongue pushes up to the roof of the mouth. You'll see sucking motions or rooting as they make this sound. The second sound is ow. I'm sleepy. Based on the yawn reflex, the mouth forms an oval and the sound is a soft sighing oh. Look for yawning and eye rubbing. The third sound is I need to burp. Air trapped in the chest, short, repetitive, almost like a little grunt. Eh. The fourth sound is air, lower abdominal pain, often from gas, produced as they tense stomach muscles to push gas out, often with knees pulling up. Finally, heh, signals discomfort like a wet diaper or feeling too hot or cold. A breathy panting sound, heh, often with squirming. Learning to identify these 5 crucial sounds can feel like a superpower, with practice. Create a calm, quiet listening environment. Listen when your baby is calm and just beginning to stir, or during a quiet moment of wakefulness. Turn down the television and minimize distractions. These sounds often come long before a full cry. Tune your ear by focusing on one sound at a time, like neigh just before feeding times. Watch the mouth shape and rooting reflex. Say it to yourself, that's neigh, you're hungry. Another day, listen for O as nap time approaches. Make a small game of it with your partner. Repetition makes recognition automatic. The third essential pillar of your baby's communication is their body language. Babies use gestures and movements to express how they feel. These signals combine with cries and sounds for a richer picture. By reading these cues, you add a vital tool to your toolkit. A clenched fist, an arched back, a frantic head turn are not random. They're part of the conversation. Relaxed, open hands, content, and calm. Tightly clenched fists can signal stress or hunger or discomfort. Sometimes it's just a reflex. Context matters. Whole body posture is powerful. Curled and relaxed is secure. Stiff, arched, or flailing can signal distress. They may be escaping sensations like reflux or a wet diaper, or too much stimulation. Watch overall posture to get a holistic view. Think like a detective. Hear a sound, see a face, observe the body, put the pieces together. Ear plus knees to chest strongly points to lower gas pain. Head turning while making neigh means they're searching for food. Learning to see these patterns is the key to becoming fluent in your baby's language. One dramatic signal is arching the back, often discomfort, reflux, or overstimulation. Try holding upright or reducing stimulation. Vigorous head turning is part of the rooting reflex, a hunger cue. It can also signal avoidance, bright light, or noise. Ear pulling worries parents. With fever and intense crying, call the doctor. Often it's teething or self-discovery. Tight fists can signal stress or hunger. Often relax as feeding satisfies. Leg lifting, knees to chest, points to tummy trouble. The motion relieves pressure. Sudden arm jerking is a normal startle reflex. Excessive without a trigger can mean overstimulation. Check context and combine clues to choose the gentlest, most helpful response. Imagine your baby wakes from a nap. You hear a soft, breathy ow. You see them rubbing eyes, then a big yawn. Their body is a little jerky. Combine the clues, sleepy sound and tired body language. Help them resettle with gentle rocking in a quiet, dark room. You've decoded their message. Here's another scenario. About an hour since the last feed. You hear A, and they squirm with a slightly stiff body. No hunger cues. Diaper is dry. You choose to burp. Soon a burp comes, and they relax in your arms. Learning your baby's secret language is a gentle journey, not a race. You have been given a map, but you will navigate your own child's unique terrain. Start small, be patient. Identify one sound or one body signal each day. When you recognize it, say it out loud. I hear that niche sound. I think you are hungry. Talk often, narrate your day, and use loving touch, skin to skin, gentle massage, or a secure swaddle. If crying seems excessive or very different, trust your gut and contact your pediatrician. If overwhelmed, reach out. Partner, family, friends, or a professional. You cannot pour from an empty cup. See every cry, every sound, every wiggle as an invitation to connect more deeply. By tuning your senses, you give the gift of being seen and understood, a bond that lasts a lifetime. Keep listening, keep watching, and keep trusting your instincts. You are doing a wonderful job.